I see somebody getting documented. Because I should be looking.
It's very, you have to be flexible. Can we put it, get that in, or we have to wait?
This is a real, I mean, they're just walking through.
Everyone here today to the opening of the Glass Half Full project, Playful Art Project. It's such a glorious day and a wonderful day for this type of event. I would like to start off by inviting His Worship Mayor Dean Fortin to say a few words.
Thank you very much, and thank you for upping the volume. I'll step back from the microphone. I would like to start by recognizing that we are in the traditional territories of the Songhees and Esquimalt First Nations, and on their behalf, on our behalf, Haichka, welcome. Welcome to this ceremony, this art in the community. It's funny, I was thinking, you know, we often talk about community art, but really that's what this is art in the community. We have part of so many people that are here that are responsible not only for this piece, but for so many of the pieces that we have around the city, which helps define us as that capital city, helps define who we are as a community, who we are as a culture. I would like to recognize my councillors, not like I own them, they probably own me more. I would like to welcome the people that I work with. Councillor Marianne Alto, Councillor Lynn Hunter, Councillor John Luton, and Councillor Pam Madoff over there in the lovely hat, looking very natty. Thank you and welcome to be part of this. It's something that Mayor and Council do collectively. And so we also want to recognize the James Bay community. I see so many of them out here, whether they be the formal community association members, part of the community going out, wondering, helping us select where and what to put into the community. Most especially, I want to welcome all of the young people from the James Bay Community School who are here to show us actually how to really use this stuff a little bit later. I do want to figure out why your leader has a pirate hat on, but we'll get the explanation of that later. I just want to end with that remark that you know, sometimes people say, why are we investing in our community with public art? Because there are so many things that public art does. This art is playful. It's art that's supposed to be involved. Art that you're supposed to touch. Art that you're supposed to feel. Art that you're supposed to help define spaces. This is the park. It needed to be playful. It needed to be something that people touched. It needed to be something that touched people. I think we've accomplished that today. I'm quite excited with the work that Tyler Hodgins has done. He'll tell you and explain more about it as he comes forward. But this is just truly a great day to celebrate the fact that we have art in our community, that we in Victoria value having public art. And thank you for being here as part of this celebration. Thank you.
Thank you, Mayor Fortin. I would now like to invite the City of Victoria's Poet Laureate, Linda Rogers, to come and read her poem that is dedicated to this art project. Linda.
I'm so honored on behalf of Victoria writers that public art and poetry are being put together in this beautiful place, and the cherry in the glass is the fact that it's also for children, which makes it a perfect combination. Glass half full. The circle keeps turning. This is where spinning children learn we are all one drop of water in sky becoming ocean or earth, whatever catches the eye first, as we go round in the half-full glass that never empties or fills, in the song that never ends. Thank you.
Thank you, Linda. And that poem is embedded into the ground on a plaque there, so if you want to read it after, it's there for you to take a look at. I would now like to invite John Tupper, the Chair of the City of Victoria Art and Public Places Advisory Committee and the Director of the Art Gallery of Greater Victoria.
Hey, thanks. I was on the jury that selected this work, and it was really quite exciting because we had a lot of submissions, a ton of them. They were all really good, but this one stood out, and I'll tell you why. Because it not only will appeal to children, but it'll appeal to adults. And like any good work of art, it'll stand up to multiple viewings, so you can come back over and over again and see something. So we thought it was an appropriate piece for this location. I'd just like to thank the mayor and the city councilors that are here and the vision that they have for public art in this community. I'd like to thank the city staff for installing this work, and in particular Gail Price Douglas, who has a long history at the city that'll be over within a month, and her passion and vision for this project really pushed it forward, so thank you all.
Thank you very much, John. Last but not least, I would like to invite the artist, Tyler Hodgins, to speak about this piece. Tyler.
I'm going to read my statement. I'm not going to just wing it. Glass Half Full existed as an idea for a sculpture long before the Playful Public Art Competition was announced last fall. Originally, I imagined it as a single stationary form inspired by my childhood fascination with the illusion of a bent or dislocated straw in a glass of water, which was an early indication of my interest in things visual. As children, we learn from looking that what you see isn't always what is there. This design seemed a natural fit for a playful public artwork. At some level, I think that most successful art is intrinsically playful in the way it can help us to look at our environment and ourselves through play. Playgrounds are often the home of the most interesting sculptural forms. This location seemed well suited to forms that are larger than life. These two glasses are in contrast to the world in miniature that exists in the adjacent pond, and we are surrounded by water, which correlates well with the suggested water within the glasses. Glass Half Full uses a simple glass of water with a straw as an instantly familiar image with a variety of connotations, suggestive of sustenance, domesticity, and the notion of a positive outlook on life based on one's point of view. Is the glass half full or half empty? By having two glasses of water, comparisons can be made. Which glass holds more water? Do they hold the same amount? The two glasses can strike up a conversation in their position and in the sounds that they make as they turn. The direction you choose to turn the glasses can suggest a glass emptying or being filled. Are you a glass half full personality or glass half empty? One of my own kids suggested that the two half full glasses together make one full glass. I have a list of people I would like to thank and acknowledge. This has been a long process. This project was announced almost a year ago. I'd like to thank the selection committee for selecting Glass Half Full, obviously. I'd like to thank Chris Gower with City Planning, Gary, Todd, and Murray with Parks, who've been a huge help in getting the site location ready and assisting with the planning. Bill, Mark, and Andy at Specific Mechanical for another excellent job. Doug Colott, structural engineer. Chris at Solid Development. Linda for her poem. Of course, Gail Price Douglas City of Victoria Community Development Manager for Public Art, and just a great person to work with. And especially my family for putting up with me during this long process. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Tyler. Now we'll get to the best part of the program, and we'll invite again Mayor Dean Fortin, Linda Rogers, John Tupper, and Tyler Hodgins to come and officially open the sculptures.
Is there a 1, 2, 3 countdown, or you just make it happen? You just make it happen. Oh, okay, this is perfect.
I don't know who's in the lead.
Mayfair pole on this thing. That'd be amazing.
Spin it, Linda, spin it. Spin it, Linda. Spin it.
She's with. There we go. Perfect.
All right, done.
Can you hear the bells? Yeah, I'd like to see the kids on it.
Thank you very much. That ends our official program. I would like to thank everyone for coming out today. As well, we have some light refreshments, and we want to invite children, young and old, to come and enjoy this piece of amazing public art. Thank you.
Okay, kids, come on. If you spin it, it makes noise. You can stand on it, you can turn it, you can... Okay, so one person at a time. Who wants to stand up there and hold on to the thing for everybody? Okay, you're first. You're first. Here. No, okay, 2 people. You and you. Inside. Hold on. Excellent. Okay, people, turn them. You guys are kind of like standing on the water. That's amazing. Why don't kids go to that one? Go to kids over there. Couple of people. Okay, can I help? Ready? Jason's trying to hear. Ready? I don't think so.
Well, the idea to take this design and expand it to 2 forms, I think, was suggested by, for me, it was more interesting to have 2 forms that could speak to each other in some way. I think the sound element contributes to that, but also the fact that they can change their own position. And so compositionally, the work can change constantly, so that when you're re-experiencing the work, you're coming back to the work, it may look different than the last time you saw it because someone has reconfigured the work or someone has changed it in some way. But also, if you're on the work and it is spinning, you are then looking at your environment while you're on the piece, whether you're an adult or a child, and you're sitting on the work as it turns. You are then taking in your entire environment, which includes the other piece. So they are, in fact, communicating with each other. The proportions of the 2 glasses are different. They're both theoretically half full or half empty, depending on your perspective. But by having the 2 of them, it really does create a dialogue between the 2, and also hopefully the viewer or the person experiencing the work will have a dialogue with themselves about how do I interpret this, is it half full or is it half empty, and is this saying anything about me and how I relate to this work? Am I taking the plunge and interacting with it and fully engaging with the work in a playful way, or am I standing back and sort of watching others engage with the work? So plus the whole notion of water. Abundance or lack thereof. We have a pond over here with miniatures. These are larger in scale, so it speaks to that concept. We're surrounded by ocean. We're in a beautiful part of the world. Not everywhere is as fortunate as us. So, I mean, I've labeled it glass half full because I feel that I'm more matched to that personality. But everybody's going to have their own take on it. And I hope that everybody does have their own interpretation of it and what it has to say about those things. Now, the straw sits at an angle like that, as it would sit in a glass of water, the water is suggested, it's not literal, but the straw mimics the dislocation that you would see if a straw sits in a glass of water. The light refracting creates a break in that image, and it's a visual phenomenon that I experienced, as everybody experiences often as a child, and found very interesting, and one that I wanted to comment on here, so that as these pieces spin, the straw will be separated, but as it turns, and if you keep your perspective the same, it will come together and then separate again as it spins. So that's something I wanted people to be aware of. There may be people maybe not even aware of this phenomenon when they're looking at a glass of water. So it's challenging the way we see things. And it's made concrete in stainless steel.
As a sculptor, that's very important.
Yes, absolutely. Yeah.
Thank you.
No problem.